Hello, this is Curtis Crowe, the Photo Pro here, and today what we're going to talk about is how to budget your wedding photography business. I get a lot of photographers come up to me and ask, I don't know where to even start on my prices. Well, this guide is going to give you 4 key things you need to look at before even throwing a number out there. It's going to cover what your cost is so that way you don't accidentally undersell yourself to the point where you're paying somebody to shoot their wedding. And to be honest with you, I wish I would have had a guide like this when I first started, because my first 2 weddings, I spent more money than I actually made doing the wedding. So literally, I was paying them in order to shoot their wedding. So to prevent you from financial loss, follow these steps. First things first, you need to add up every single penny that you spend for a wedding. I'm talking second shooters, gas, prints, I'm talking everything. Make sure you don't forget anything and add everything up together that you anticipate. I also like to figure in $50 of miscellaneous expenses, whether it be an unexpected expense that just happens, because unexpected things happen all the time. So I give myself a $50 wiggle room in case something happens. It just helps cover that cost. Second thing is very important, and I feel like it's something that people kind of graze over, and that's itemize your gear. Find out how much every single piece of gear you have costs, and then figure out how many weddings you want to do in order to pay for it all, just in case stuff breaks, in case you need to upgrade, anything like that. You need to figure in what the maintenance and all that stuff is for your gear. I add up all my gear, take about 10% of the gear and put that into every wedding. That means in 10 weddings, if I lose all my gear, something gets stolen, whatever happens, I can replace everything in about 10 weddings. Also, if you don't break anything, you do 10 weddings and everything's still in good condition, you can use that money in order to upgrade your gear, allowing you to improve your quality. So you can use that to factor that in there as well. Now, this third thing is figuring your time, not just your time shooting, but your time editing as well. Think about what you're paying the second shooter, and that's what you're paying them just to shoot. I budget anywhere between $75 to $250, whether they're an assistant, second shooter, depending on their skill level. That's kind of the range that I figure in for second shooters or assistants. Now, I could use that as a model to pay myself, whatever you think is more comfortable, but you want to figure in 2 separate things. You want to figure in your time that you're shooting and your time editing. So if you plan on spending, let's say, 40 hours editing, well, that is a week's worth of work. 40 hours is a regular work week. So that's where you can kind of plug in what you want to make in a week. Play around with the numbers, whatever you think is fair, go with that. And then lastly, and honestly, most importantly, now that you've figured out what it costs and how much money you need to be making in order to maintain and improve your gear, as well as pay yourself, this last thing is honestly very, very crucial. You are a business owner. You need to be able to invest some money back into the business and not just yourself. So you covered the equipment of the company, or at least some of it, which is your photography, shooting gear, and stuff like that. Now you need to figure out how much money you need to be making in order to spend on ad revenue, in order to spend on new computers, new networking opportunities, prints, anything that your business needs. You need to be able to put some money into it in order for you to have spending money for your company. So that's another thing that a lot of people miss, is because, oh, I made X amount of money off this gig, I'm just going to keep it all. You don't want to keep it all. You are a business owner. Again, it's very crucial that you put money back into your company and invest into your company and not just yourself. So I hope these 4 tips have been useful for you. I know these are the biggest things I've learned since I've started photography, and if I had a guide like this when I started, this could have saved me a lot of money and really help my communication when I talk to my clients, because now I know what my bottom line is. I know what my minimum I have to charge, so I can work better with clients, because I'm not going to be like, yeah, sure, whatever number you throw out, I'll do it, and then find out later that after I'm doing the wedding that I paid $150 in order to shoot that wedding. Nobody wants to be screwed over, not you and not your client. So use this guide in order to allow yourself to make money and to allow yourself to work with your clients. So now that you know how to budget your company in order not to lose money, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Be sure to check out the description where you can find the full blog to this video. And as always, this has been Curtis Crowe, the Photo Pro, and as I always do, toodles.